Hello, friends and family. I'm glad you're here, and I've got another great episode to share with you. Something a little bit different than what I was planning. I was planning on delving into Think and Grow Rich a little bit further, but something came across my radar yesterday that I've been wanting to talk about. I was going to be talking about it at some point, but now is as good a time as any to talk about it, and that is something called fractals. I don't know if you've ever heard of fractals. You might not have heard of fractals. Probably haven't. Not too many people have. But this infinite field of energy that is everything, when structures created, when the stuff that we see that are made of atoms that we can hold and touch and feel, the structure is based in fractals. And what a fractal is a repeating pattern. It's called sacred geometry, actually. It's a repeating pattern over and over and over again. For example, an atom looks like a solar system, and a solar system looks like a galaxy. And so, it's the same pattern repeating over and over, down to infinitely small amounts or sizes and up to infinitely large sizes. And I have an actual video. What came across my desk yesterday was a video that reminded me of this. And so I'm going to play it for you here, so that you can see it firsthand from the experts that are presenting it. And then I'm going to show you my own experience with fractals, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more. So let me just change screens here so we can do that. And I'm just going to sit on the sidelines quiet while the video plays. It's only about 4 minutes long.
The Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers where each is the sum of the two preceding, presents a universal pattern discovered in Indian mathematics by 200 BC for its application in Sanskrit poetry. As the sequence progresses, the ratio between consecutive Fibonacci numbers approaches the golden ratio, a mathematical constant known for its aesthetic and harmonious properties. This principle not only dictates the 3D structure of DNA, aligning with the golden ratio, but also manifests in human biology and the broader natural world, showcasing the interconnectedness of all creation through a mathematical lens.
It's interesting to note that the diameter of the DNA is 21 angstroms, and if we count the turnings, we will get to 34 angstroms. That's 2 factors of the Fibonacci series. And also, if you look at, there's different DNA. There's DNA B, different DNA A, different forms of DNA. Each one of those actually has a sacred geometry. Sometimes a pentagon, sometimes simply a spiral. There's all different forms of geometry when you look at it head on.
Spiral galaxies form a sacred geometry based on the Fibonacci sequence. And Fibonacci sequencing is not just in the spiral, it's also within us. The length of this part of our finger to the next part of the digit to the next part, these are all phi ratios, from the finger to the palm to the forearm, from the forearm to the bicep, from the arm to the leg, and so on. We have this golden ratio, this phi ratio all over us. You see the same thing in shells and in palm fronds or ferns, in the rose, the sunflower. You see it all over it. It's going to be out there in all the other planets and galaxies as well.
Nature displays a wealth of geometric patterns, hexagons in snowflakes, Fibonacci sequences in flower petals, fractal designs in coastlines, and the spherical shapes of planets. These patterns hint at universal mathematical principles underlying all growth and structure. How might this understanding of nature's inherent geometry lead us to an interconnected understanding that spans from the microscopic world to the vast universe?
When we look at a satellite image of the Earth and we see the rivers and the tributaries that feed into those rivers, and the creeks and the streams that all feed into these from a mountain range onto the plains, for example, when you take that photograph and you look at that, and then you place that next to an image of the root system of a tree, or the branches of a tree, or the bronchial system of the human respiratory system, of our lungs, or our circulatory system. If you don't know what you're looking at, you would be very hard-pressed to determine which one is biological, which one is from the satellite, and which image is from a tree or the roots, because the fractal pattern is playing out. so beautifully in these images, the same pattern, different levels. So another example of this is when we look at a neuron in the human brain and we look at a bolt of lightning flashing through the sky. Both of them are electricity following preferred pathways, preferential pathways that allow that electricity to express. In the body, it is through the cellular nature of the neuron. In the atmosphere, it is because of the electrical nature of the atmosphere that allows that bolt of lightning to travel.
As an example, leaf, if you look under the microscope and you see the intricate patterns of the leaf, and then you take our skin, the human skin, it looks identical. If you look into the brain neural network, it looks identical to the galaxies and neural networks in the stars as well.
Geometry's impact reaches beyond physical shape and form into the realms of frequency and energy. The flower of life is a prime example, with its multiple overlapping circles. This structure is the origin of all geometric forms, including the Platonic solids.
Great. Okay, come back to me. So that's a great introduction to fractals, and they are everywhere. And in fact, there's fractals everywhere around you, as you've seen in this video. But yesterday, again, it's funny how miracles happen and things all happen for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidences. I was serving up broccoli. I was cooking broccoli last night for dinner, and broccoli is a fractal. Here, let me show you what I did. I just filmed this for you. So here's a real-time living example of a fractal. This head of broccoli is a fractal. If I was to take this head of broccoli and then cut off, we now have a smaller head of broccoli. And if I took that smaller head of broccoli and I cut off, well, we now have another smaller head of broccoli. And if I was to do that again and cut it off, we've got another smaller head of broccoli. That's a fractal. And they're everywhere. So that got me thinking. And I realized that this coffee business that I have is a fractal also. Because the way it works, everybody can win and everybody is a part of it. In fact, let me show you. I'm going to now just I put this PowerPoint together so that I can show you what I mean by that. So, here I am. And I am reaching out to you and everybody else I know to help you build your own fractal, and it is in the form of an income, and it's with this coffee, because everybody drinks coffee. I really, truly now believe that this is God's answer to a lot of prayers that people are having for help and for more money and financial relief and health and wellness. This answers so many prayers that people are having that I can only believe that this is a God-given opportunity for everyone, because it can reach so many people. And so here I am, I'm reaching out to you and I'm reaching out to everybody I know. And then those people that gravitate to me and come on board with my business and start their own coffee business, I help them do that. And so I have this growing organization. All right. So there you are, hopefully one of those smaller circles. Now you're going to do the same thing. So now you see that there is a repeating pattern here. And this is a beautiful thing that's being created here around you and around each and every one of us. Everyone has the same opportunity here. There's not, I've had a few people say to me, oh, it's one of those pyramid things where only the people at the top make all the money. And my response is to that, well, you work as an employee, right? Well, isn't that what you are working in now? Isn't the only people that make all the money the people at the top? And what chance of you do you have to ever be in that position where you're at the top of that company? Very slim and none. This is totally different. This is a sacred geometry that's being formed here with this business around you, and you're being supported by the sacred geometry, and everybody has the same opportunity. It's a wonderful thing. So now there's a repetition of the fractal start for one level. Let's go again. And every single person that you bring into this opportunity and help bless their lives with wellness and with income opportunity, they will create their own fractal around them. And then everybody enjoys. Now, yeah, I'm going to benefit from that, but I can only benefit from helping you guys benefit. Everybody has to benefit. That's the way this works. That's the way God wants us to work together. We want to have a community of people helping people. This is a God-blessed business because it is for His people, by His people. And look, we keep on going here. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. But fractals keep on growing. They can grow infinitely. And it gets more and more beautiful as it grows. Just have a look at what's being done here. Right? It's a gorgeous thing. It's like a snowflake. And a snowflake's a fractal. And then I'm part of it too. I'm not the top of this fractal, or I didn't start this fractal. I'm part of someone else's fractal. We are all fractals of God. All right, so let's just come back to me there so I can wrap this up. Sacred geometry is the fabric of everything, of reality. And if we live in harmony with that, then we are going to have an extraordinary life. If we don't live in harmony with it, then we get chaos, which most people are getting because they don't understand this. They've never ventured to understand this. And this is why I'm bringing this to you, is to help elevate your awareness of the truth. The reality around us is not at all what you expected or how it appears to be. So if we are building a business based on fractal geometry, sacred geometry, we know that it's blessed by God. It cannot help but succeed. So if you want to have an extraordinary life, there is no lack or limitations to what you can have. The universe is abundant. There's enough for everybody. And here's one of my favorite realizations, is that this is an infinite field of intelligent energy. Where is the center of infinite? Well, the center is anywhere. So you are the center of a divine operation of your life. I am the center of a divine operation of my life. We all are. And we have this infinite field of energy to be able to shape into whatever we want. I know that's really kind of out there, but I have only shown you, and I will only continue to show you, the truth and the science. There's no stretch of the imagination here. This is all facts, but facts that are not being publicly put into mainstream media where everybody can witness it, because the truth is, the powers that want to control this world, egos, evil as they may be, do not want you to realize your true potential power. So it's always distraction and keep you from discovering it. Well, I have discovered, and I want to help you discover the truth. And I want to build this community of people around this sacred geometry created by all of us to have a better life, an extraordinary life. So if you've ordered samples of coffee or requested samples of coffee from me, thank you. If you ordered product, thank you. If you're on board with me as a brand partner, thank you. But if you haven't even requested a sample of this coffee yet, what are you waiting for? I'm offering it to you for free. You drink coffee anyways, try this coffee. You might find that this is your new favorite. A lot of people are. So go ahead, reach out to me or the person that shared this video with you and say, yeah, okay, send me a sample, please. And we'll do that. And just make sure you drink it when you get it, because there's a few people out there, and you know who you are. I know who you are, that haven't tried it yet. Oh, sorry, I haven't tried it yet. Okay. But, I can understand. From your standpoint, it's a coffee. Big deal. We throw coffees away. We let them go cold. We pour it down the sink. But this coffee is special. This is God's gift to all of us to be able to solve the problems in our life, whether it be a health problem or a financial problem. This is it, guys. Now, you can turn your back on it, or you can embrace it. But I'm trying to help you embrace it by showing you the facts and breaking through that concrete of ego that has so many people trapped. All the best. Bye for now. Look forward to making my next video for you. Take care.